That's a big bug over there. Oh God. Hello everybody. Welcome to the Late Podcast, episode number 6. My name is Quentin Juno. I suppose I should say, hello everybody. My name is Quentin Juno, and this is the Late Podcast, episode 6. We got some fun stuff to talk about today. Starting off with some things I look like, because y'all, I'm dressed a little bit. What's the word? It's an E word. Fucking extra? No, eccentric. That's what it is. I'm dressed a little eccentric. I've been having fun today. I had a fun little stream, and I've been having a good day just thinking about what I wanted to talk about today and where everything is kind of heading. I've been doing quite a lot of thinking, not so much acting, but I'm getting better at it, and I'm writing down a whole bunch. I was going to talk about what I look like, though, wasn't I? Things I look like. Well, let's start off with the obvious. I look like I just received my weekly bathing 6 days ago, and they used a colorful confetti bath bomb along with the flea shampoo. I look like if Jesus found some mushrooms in the cave and ate all of them along with everybody else's lunch. I look like a Hagrid, but if instead of fucking a giant, his dad fucked the Burning Man statue. I look like I graduated from Tailgate University with a degree in marketing and marijuana. I look like I'm sorry, I'm too high to do karate kid. I look like you might have bought weed from me, or you might have bought somebody else's weed from me. Or maybe I washed your window at a stoplight and aggressively gave you peace signs and flipped you off when you didn't tip me. But aside from that, I feel like a 10. I have been having a fantastic day, man. Fantastic series of days. There's been a lot of potential for it to be bad. There's been room for it. For example, the other day, went down to my bedroom to go and do some sleeping. Good old night. Go make my bed like I like to do before I crawl in. Just like to make sure it looks nice and make sure that everything's, where it should be or nothing's where it shouldn't be. And lie down. Start lying there, and I start hearing this kind of annoying little noise. If you have an older house, you might be familiar. It's almost like a ding or a creak kind of noise. It's a noise that the ducks make. Not the ducks, like quack, quack. We got motherfucking geese up inside our house just hiding away underneath the floorboards there in the basement. Just fucking got them hidden away from the weather. We want to store those motherfuckers for later. We're hungry. Nah, we got ducks, DUCTS, that if the weather changes, the temperature changes outside, well, sometimes they'll kind of squeak as they kind of move around. They adjust a little bit, that kind of thing, right? Well, it was kind of like that noise. It was very consistent, though, and that was the problem. It was just kind of consistent, like ding, 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 ding. It's the kind of noise that I keep a fan on in my room to get away from, I hate that shit. I can't stand continuous noises when I'm trying to sleep. I need that white noise. I need something to distract my brain from the little ding, ding, ding that all of a sudden turns into a dring, 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 drip, drip, drip. That's right, motherfuckers. I start hearing water dripping in my room, and my bedroom does not have a tap in it. There should not be any fucking dripping happening in this bitchin'. Unless we're having some fun in there, you know what I'm saying? We're getting a little wet and wild. It's a wet and wild wonderland on Quentin's king size. I don't know what's happening, but we're getting wet and wild. Well, that's not the case today. I'm trying to lie down to sleep thinking about fucking whatever the fuck I'm thinking about. And there's dripping. It's terrible when you hear drips in a room where there's not a tap. even worse when there's not even a room touching that room that has a tap in it, really. Like, it's fucked. So, panicked, I hop out of bed, fucking run upstairs, gonna wake up my roommate. There's dripping in my room, what the fuck? There's dripping in my room, and there's water dripping in my room, what the fuck? Because, yeah, there's just water dripping in the center of my room, right beside my bed. Not on my bed, thankfully. And, motherfucker, we could not find the drip. We could not find what was happening for a bit. We noticed it was coming from the duct, though. Took a look around. Turns out it was just a refrigerator that had been left open. Door had been left open, and the water in the fucking freezer melted. But for about 30 seconds there, not 30 seconds. Actually, for about 30 seconds there, I was completely sure I was to blame. Here's the thing, right? I've been talking about this a little bit more. I even talked about this on stream, actually. I have this weird thing. I think it was one of those things that kind of drove me to start drinking, where I just always feel like I did something wrong, and I always feel guilty. And if anything bad happens, it's my fault, and that type of thing, right? Well, as soon as I heard that dripping, I was sure I did something fucked up in my room. I don't know what, but I was sure it was my fault. It actually kind of reminds me of something that happened way back. And this is, something that goes towards just kind of where I've been through my life, right? Lived in this one house, and man, there's this one point where the same thing happened. A drip started, and I didn't know where it was coming from. Actually, there was one night where we were in an older house, and my computer was set up in a certain cool little room, and fucking drip started about 2 feet away from my computer. Shit ended up having to like tape off that room for a little bit because it was fucked up. Had to send out construction workers, the whole nine, had to fix the roof, that whole thing. Well, I didn't like that whole situation. I didn't like having construction people come to the house. I hated having to talk to my landlord about any problems. I was afraid that if something bad happened, I would be responsible for it, and I'd have to pay so much money and all this kind of stuff, right? So when I started hearing it dripping, well, it wasn't really a dripping. When I started hearing my bathroom fucking running all the time, it just fucking didn't come to my mind. And I just really wasn't in the place to be there. And I ended up paying for some of the water bills and everything. But like, it took a while for me to get in touch with that dude. It took a while. I avoided that conversation. Like, oh yeah, I guess the water bill's pretty high. Yeah. Yeah, this is happening. Okay. Well, let's get it done. Man, I've been that way for a very long time, and it has not been good for me. But we're not here to talk about that, right? Here to talk about dripping. Here to talk about what I look like. Here to talk about all sorts. I've been really trying to get better at making sure we can flow through a bit more. Occasionally, it's nice to just have some notes down, Nice to just have a little notes. Man, I cannot stand that drip noise. Or the consistency. I hate a fucking clock tick. If there's a old school analog clock inside my bedroom, I will be taking that thing off the wall, removing the batteries, possibly just removing all the numbers and maybe writing something cool on it, with the magic marker, and then putting it back up. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter what time it is if you're on a beach. Oh, what time is it? It's fucking vacation time. Oh, what time is it? It's motherfucking time to get a watch, bitch. You look up at the clock, it just says, fuck you all around. And then in the center, it says, time to get a watch. So earlier was annoying, but really nothing too crazy, right? That's the thing. Annoying, but nothing too crazy. This fucking past week, though, has been, with the heat, annoying, but nothing too crazy. Except, no, not really. It has been something crazy. Just the other day, it was the hottest recorded temperature. And by just the other day, I mean literally yesterday. It's the hottest. Pardon me, I was about to burp. Hottest recorded temperature. Motherfucking Death Valley. What is that shit? Like 130 degrees Fahrenheit? Can't even remember what that is in Celsius, but it's too fucking many. Whatever it is. Whatever it is in Kelvin. That's too high. Turn that down. Somebody needs to go out there and turn the thermostat down, obviously. Some bullshit. Out here in the shed, in the studio. Been having a lot of fun. Been doing a lot of streaming. But it's been hotter than a sexy volcano out here. feeling like the inside of the rhino, feel like I'm hanging out there with Ace Ventura. It's painful. The other day, spent 5 hours streaming in that delicious, delicious heat, sweating away with the homie Jerome. We played some GTA. That was a lot of fun. And I can't wait to do something like that again, man. I actually only expected to be playing with him for maybe 2-3 hours, seeing what's going on. I actually was kind of expecting it to be a little awkward because we hadn't hopped into a gaming session like that for a while. He, along with Poke Play, sponsored the podcast here, and well, more accurately, they sponsored the stream. I just talked to him and I was like, "Hey man, let me do some commercials. This is a lot of fun. Let me do it. I want to do commercials. I want to do a commercial." And they sponsored the stream, man. Poke Play's a great spot. I enjoy it. That whole thing. But we hadn't actually just hung out and played games like that in a very long time. Just playing some GTA, reminiscing, talking about this time we took maybe 2 weeks hanging out together, going all up and down the East Coast, or more northeast, I should say. Went to New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, I want to say Pennsylvania. We went to the shore as well, Jersey Shore. It was in the off season. Had a nice time out there, man. It was great. We even went out to some sort of university. I want to say, I was gonna say it's something like rugby. Did we go to rugby university? Go to fucking Ruger, Raw Rangers, Raptors. Go to Raptor University. Did we go to Rutgers? Is that where we went? I don't know why, but Rutgers is in my head. I think we might have went to Rutgers. No, we didn't go to Rutgers. I just like the name Rutgers. It's kind of fun. Rutgers. It's like someone trying to back off a Rutgers. An angry alien like Gurr, right? Isn't he an alien? We've been playing Destroy All Humans again on stream. And I believe same voice actor as Gurr, or is it Zim? I'm sorry, guys. I'm noob. I don't know all this. But it's been a blast. Just like it was streaming with Jerome the other day. Definitely hope we can get to doing that again, man. It was a great time. I remember during that time period, I had some videos going up over that time, right? I pre-recorded some, but I really was kind of taking it easy on everything. And I was almost on the way of stepping away from YouTube for a while there. I think I might have just broke up with a girl, something like that, right? And I just remember feeling very unsure. And that feeling continued for a very, very long time. Kind of lost my way there. I lost my place. There's a lot of potential in being a content creator, especially when you already have people interested in what you're doing. And what I didn't realize is that I didn't need to stop what I was doing, or I didn't need to entirely change what I was doing, or I didn't need to go a way that I didn't want to, right? I could have taken it a different way. I could have continued doing Minecraft and found just another angle of things that I loved, things that I enjoyed about it. But instead, I started seeing the problems that I was having in my life, and instead of trying to solve them, I started to blame the things around me that had actually given me hope and potential and had given me so much, as though it was also those things' fault, or those people's fault even. And I started acting in ways that, well, self-destructive, right? Or they were destructive to my relationships, their relationships, other people. It's a darn shame, but I'm happy to be where I'm at now. I think talking with him and being reminded of kind of where I was at that time and where I'm at now mentally, while I might not be in anywhere near the same just shape in general, I've changed a lot, right? I still, I mean, I have even more than what I had then in my mind. I have, man, I'm just excited. I don't like that's that's as simple as I can put it. That's as simple as I can put it. I'm just excited. Things are really simple right now. It's really just a matter of, okay, go do. But little just things like yesterday, reminding myself of where I was and where I'm at now, and where I'm at now mentally, and where I'm at now with feeling prepared for everything. Even though know I might not be prepared, I'm prepared to not be prepared. I'm prepared to maybe ask for help. I'm prepared to fucking just not know what I'm doing. That's the thing. I'm prepared to go ahead and fail, because failing isn't the end. It just means you can try again. That's all. Just means, okay, now something new. That one didn't work. Something new. Doesn't matter what I'm talking about here, whether it's making YouTube videos or a YouTube channel. We'll get into that later. Or streaming, or content creation, or whatever it is. I'm just trying right now to just try, and I'm excited for that. Yeah. When I'm not streaming, mainly I'm thinking about these types of things, or I'm trying to write down ideas, or I'm trying to get some of this work done that I want to do. I need to get a little bit more cleaning up done. I've been talking about that, right? But another thing I've been doing is I've actually been watching Hunter x Hunter again. Hunter x Hunter is such a fun show. I really enjoy it. It's just like I was saying the other time. It's honest fun that I haven't seen in an animated show in a little while. I'm really enjoying it. The relationships are really cool too. And that's something that I kind of got introduced to this other day. I was talking with someone about Hunter x Hunter, and she might have mentioned a ship. A ship. Shipping, you say? Ship? Shipping? What's this? Well, shipping is like a $700 billion a year industry every year. It's mainly responsible for your groceries. I mean, your dog food. Like, if you want to if you want to eat food, or maybe you have a dog, or maybe you can't afford food and you need to eat. There's just all sorts there that shipping's involved in. And that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about relationships, or relationshipping, aka pairing up characters in your little stories that weren't normally paired up in the story. It's a little interesting, a little different, right? Oftentimes, it's between, I've noticed, I'm just making an observation here, folks. People usually like to ship kind of like brotherly characters or sisterly characters. I mean, they get into some stuff, people do things, man. I'm just saying, people write these stories. And I guess Hunter x Hunter is very popular with the shipping community. There's a bunch of fan fiction out there, all sorts. I've been shipped before. That's right. When I was part of Team Crafted content creator who did mainly YouTube. What? Did Minecraft videos, I mean. I was paired up in fan fiction with my friends. And my friends were paired up in fan fictions. And I have to be honest, it felt a little uncomfortable a lot of the time. It just felt a little uncomfortable a lot of the time. I mean, none of these ships were consensual, at least from my point of view. I've been shipped against my will. I've been shraped. I've been Shrexually assaulted. Maybe Shrexually battered. It's kind of a green area. It's, you know, it's a bit much sometimes. It's a little weird to be put into relationships with your friends. Like, or read stories about them. It's probably even weirder to have your friend read those stories. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and read an old Team Crafted fanfic today. One featuring Skylocks, Husky Mudkips, and Truemu. If you don't know, guys, Skylocks is a ship combining Sky Does Minecraft and Deadlocks, two of the members of Team Crafted. Myself, Husky Mudkips, and Truemu were also members of Team Crafted. Let's give it a shot. Today we are reading The Camping Trip with Skylocks featuring Husky Mudkips and Truemu by Angel Moonlight Love. Starts off saying, "I'm bored, so I'll just type away. We'll see what happens." Big smiley face. Once upon a time. Seriously? That's how you would make the intro to a story? How creative, Sky said sarcastically. Come on, Ty. You can do better than this. All right. I'll try again. Gee, Deadlock said, while trying to figure out how to start a horror story. Sky, Ty, Jason, and Quentin, because he didn't have plans anyway, all agreed to go on a camping trip. Wait, what? I didn't have plans anyway? Wait a second. What is this saying about me? How? Okay, whatever. I'll keep that to myself. Right now, they all sat around a camping fire, trying to spook each other by telling scary stories. It was Ty's turn now. He was the last to go. After his story was done, they would all go to bed. Okay, let me think for a second, Ty said, while looking away from the others. Jason suddenly started laughing. Jason, why are you laughing? Quentin said slowly, getting a bit freaked out. Oh, I was just thinking, isn't it ironic that we were eating baked fish? Wow, wait. That means Quentin is a cannibal. Everybody run! Sky screamed while running around the campfire. Quentin extended his leg, and Sky landed with his face in the sand. Ew, he screamed. The sand tastes like sand. I'm not a fish, Quentin yelled. Everybody laughed. That's my favorite part. There was rustling in the bushes. Guys, did you hear that too? Ty asked, a little scared. I didn't hear anything, Sky said. Jason and Quentin agreed. You know, there is this rumor going around, but we can't talk about it really loudly. It is said that it'll come true, Ty said. They all shuffled closer to Ty so they could hear it better. Okay, so the rumor goes that there's this guy with some kind of weird sword walking around these forests. People who searched for him never came back, but there was one guy who survived his attack. He said that he only comes at nights with full moons and searches for his victims. Once he has his eyes set on someone, he'll chase them, and when he has them... Wait, but here's the thing, all right? Okay, I'm just going to keep going. Well, what happened? Sky asked, terrified, while leaning in even more. He kills them, Ty screamed. The three listeners jumped back, screaming in shock, and then stared at Ty, who was laughing loudly. You're mean, Jason said. Yeah, you're mean, Ty, Quentin agreed. Then out of nowhere, Sky jumped on Ty and screamed, "Ty, you startled me!" into his ear. Ty grabbed his ear in pain and blushed deeply. Then they all laughed together. Time skip. That's written in here. That's not something I made up. Nobody can sleep anyways, so how about we play Truth or Dare, Quentin suggested. I'm in, Jason, Ty, and Sky said. Wow, that was weird, they said. Just stop talking, you guys, Quentin yelled, frustrated. He had seen this in movies. It would go on for hours if he didn't stop it. All right, I'll start. Jason, truth or dare? Dare, he said, unsure. I dare you to sing, let's do the A-Team by Ed Sheeran. All right then, but I'm not that good. Time skip. Quentin's turn again. Sky, truth or dare? Dare. I dare you to kiss Ty full on the lips. What? What? Sky looked at Ty. His face was as red as a tomato. He's so cute when he blushes. Wait, what? Sky thought. Come on, bro. Give us some Skylarks loving. It's what all the crews have been talking about. I wonder if it's as cute as they say, Jason said teasingly. Sky looked at Ty, then slowly leaned in. Ty did the same. They both closed their eyes. And then their lips connected. Sparks flew. Sky deepened the kiss. Whoa. Well, Ty put his arms around Sky's neck. That wasn't a part of the dare. They kissed for what felt like forever. They didn't want it to end. It felt so right. They broke away for breath. They both panted, then looked at each other and smiled. Oh, God. Oh, love you, Ty, Sky said softly. I love you too, Sky, Ty said, then hugged him because he wouldn't be using his actual name. He'd be calling him Sky still, while Adam's calling him Ty. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but we are still here, you know, Jason said awkwardly. What? Oh, yeah, sorry, Sky said, then broke the hug. Well, that was the freaking cutest thing I ever saw, and squee and fangirly noises and screams, etc., Quentin screamed. Oh my God, I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so Ty, would you like to go out with me? Sky said. I'm just adding in that little bit there because it doesn't say Sky said. Really? Yay, Ty said, though he didn't say yes. He only said yay. This will probably be used in later chapters as a plot point. Keep in mind, listeners, keep this in mind, okay? Because he never said yes. He just said yay. So maybe later he cheats on with someone. I'm just saying. Let's go back to the story. Cool. I knew Skylarks was real, whispered Jason, who had been filming since the kiss. This is so going on YouTube, he's whispering. He put the video in a map named Skylarks. The whole map was full of self-made fan art, fan fiction, and anything else, really. Time skip. Everybody fell asleep happily that night. Quentin was still dreaming and fangirling over the whole kiss thing. Yes, in his sleep 2XD. Jason edited the kissing scene and posted it on YouTube. It was just posted an hour ago and had 21 million views. 21,000 million likes. Sorry, 21,000 million views. There's a lot of views and a lot of likes and one dislike. The dislike got so much hate though, XD. And for Sky and Ty, Ty was cuddled up and sleeping on Sky's chest. Sky was in a position that made it look like he was protective of Ty, with a smirk on his face. Nothing could break them apart ever again. The end. You know what? Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, Angel Moonlight Love. Thanks for including me in that. I was artistic. I fucking loved the detail. You can include that later, that thing about the I mean, this was written, I think, in 2016 or something like that. So I doubt a part 2 is on the way, or it might have already been done. Maybe next week or a week after that or something. We might have to read some more. But I do want to say thank you. That was amazing. And I'm so happy I read that out loud. That was hilarious. I do have something to say though. Okay, here's the thing. I have some thoughts. Okay, let me take a look here. Quentin extended his life. Okay, there we are. You know, there's this rumor going we can't talk about. Okay, yeah, the sword guy. Wait, what happened with the rustling? Was that just a red herring? Was the rustling a red herring? And was the whole dude thing a red herring just for the hey kills them jump scare? Because if so, I mean, I just like to see something with that moving bush come back. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see some more about that. Also, I love the fact that I brought up Truth or Dare. That seems like a thing that I would totally do. Yo, I also dared Adam to kiss Ty. This is actually something that I've done before. Not that specific thing, but I've definitely played Truth or Dare with people and have been the wingman for people that I knew wanted to hook up. Because I obviously knew they wanted to hook up here, right? Like, obviously. I mean, why else would I suggest all this stuff? And I obviously wanted to see it. I was fangirling and everything. I mean, it's obvious, but it's just such a funny little reflection of real life. I think I was maybe like 20, I want to say, at some sort of college party. I knew that there were two people there who had wanted to hook up or talked about, like, oh my god, she's so cute. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh my god, why don't you go talk to him? Oh my god, why don't you go talk to her? I don't know. What if they don't like me? What if they don't like me? I'm pretty sure they like you. I'm pretty sure they like you. They didn't listen, okay? Well, we're hanging out one night doing the regular party thing, you know, doing some fucking butt chugs, the whole 9 yards, having ourselves a good time. When we get a little bored, and by we, I mean, I'm starting to feel like I want to do something else, and they're kind of looking like they might want to do something else. So I'm thinking, all right, I want to get out of here, but I don't want to leave this situation with nobody getting anything. You know what I'm saying? So I set it up. I say, hey, guys, we should play Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare doesn't sound like a good idea to them. All right, okay, whatever. How about just a little quarters? How about that? We start with quarters. Start playing a little quarters, bouncing, cups landing in glasses, etc. I mean, it was kind of easy because I've been trained since a young age. This is gonna be fucked up. I only realized this was fucked up many years later, which I think is something that a lot of people, you know, have happen with childhood trauma and whatnot. But when me and my brother were growing up, mom was a waitress, so she had to spend time, you know, at night waitressing. We weren't about to be left home alone by ourselves. We had babysitters, you know. But sometimes there was a group of our babysitters, or rather a babysitter like pair of ours, who would throw house parties. They were high schoolers. They'd throw their house parties. Well, we'd be there. We wouldn't be drinking or anything. But, you know, you have two young kids running around your house, unless they're too weird. No, here's the thing. You shouldn't be playing and partying with young kids in your house like this. they were drinking and playing drinking games. We were watching movies in the living room. That's fine, right? But they would include us on shit once they were messed up. Like they'd be drunk, they'd be in the dining room at the table playing quarters at like 2 a.m, and we'd be up bored or wanting to stay up late because hey, we can stay up late. All the adults are up. Fuck it, right? They don't care. They're just partying teenagers having fun. Well, they taught us how to play quarters. Why are you teaching a goddamn like an 8-year-old how to bounce a quarter perfectly in a glass so that you can make someone drink it? Because that's the whole idea of the game. It's a drinking game. Bounce a quarter, drink the thing. Bounce a quarter, drink the thing. And I also did a bunch of studying with. I learned what the periodic table was from them. Yeah, that's right. Of elements. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and I don't know the rest of them. It's fucking that's the lyrics to the Element song. And osmium and radium and gold, titanium and indium and gallium and iodine and thorium and thulium and thallium. That wasn't all of them. I know I skipped bars. These are the only ones of which the news has come to Harvard. And there may be any. I don't know how it goes, but I do know the Elements goes a little something like that. So, that was fun. I don't think I should have learned that as a kid. But whatever. You live, you learn. Hopefully you move on. Ain't shipping fun? I mean, that kind of caught me off guard there. I got to be honest with you, that whole shipping thing. But kind of speaking of relationships, I've been thinking about opening myself up a little bit more to the possibility of dating. I've been thinking of putting myself out there, into the dating game. Maybe getting another relationship under my belt or into my pants or whatever the saying is. I've been thinking of, right now, not really trying to go out and meet people, so I've been downloading some new dating apps. Not new, old dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, the whole bit. I've had some decent conversations, decent luck, right? Actually had a funny one the other day where there was this really, I won't say she was a little aggressively nice, I don't think I've been hit on that aggressively before right off the bat, she just really wanted to get on the phone quick and have a conversation. And I was like, okay, here's my number. Let's have a call. So we get in the call and she starts talking like this. Just a little breathy, so to speak. And I say, ooh, that doesn't sound so fun. That doesn't sound like you could suck a dick at all with that. Your airway would be clogged and everything. She says, whoa, pardon me, talking about sucking a dick. Where's this coming from, for one? And two, it's not really a problem if you put it in my butt. I say, whoa. These ladies here in 2020 sure are a handful. Sure are, coming out with some crazy ideas. I thought I was coming out here aggressive with my line, Just trying to up the ante a little bit, but whoo, talking about some rear action play, some long yards, Hail Mary, some heavy passes, talking about heavy petting and probably needing to put out some towels. It's an aggressive place to go. But at the same time, she's just so breathy. Put it in my butt. It's just a little weird to me, right? So I think to myself, maybe I talk to her. We finished off the conversation, right? I keep kind of thinking to myself, I'm unsure about this. I'm going to go throw it by my roommate. roommate's a pretty trustworthy dude. I think I can throw this by him, and he'll be able to give me a good thought behind it. I come up to him and I kind of explain the situation, and he says to me, "Quentin, dude, how selfish can you be? How selfish can you be right now? People are quarantined up in their rooms, in their houses. People are staying home from work. People aren't able to live normal lives at all. Some people are dying. And you are just out there trying to get your dick sucked. Trying to put it in a butt. Trying to put your it in a butt, dude. What you trying to do to put it in a butt? What you doing? Don't you know what's going on right now? Don't you know how selfish that is? You going out there maskless, just trying to put it in a butt when there are currently hordes of people with asthma going around stabbing dudes and stealing their kidneys? I didn't realize, folks, but there's a pandemic of kidney stealing asthmatic individuals who are going around here pretending to let people put it in their butt to just stab them and steal their kidneys. I didn't realize that's why everyone was locked up. It's crazy. I mean, I guess I should cancel. Stop. Like, I guess I should tell her not to come over. But like, it's a shame I got to miss out. Though he's right. We all got to do our part. Maybe just meet her in a park first. Or, I don't know, just say, hey, should we do butt stuff over there in that ditch? And hopefully not get stabbed and have my kidneys taken. Or just don't meet her at all because it is selfish to be meeting up with people in person, blah, 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 gerbadur. I don't know. I'm just kind of liking being out there in the dating game again, It's kind of, life's full of potential, and at least for me, I took some consideration and thought to myself, I would like to potentially have somebody else to share that with, or at least to share some of this other stuff with, There's people around me that I can share things with, but I like that idea of having someone that I can share things with and also share fluids with. It just sounds like fun. Sounds like a good Tuesday through Thursday kind of thing, Rest of my week needs to stay pretty open, but Tuesday through Thursday for a relationship sounds pretty fair to me. There has actually been something I'm really excited about. This is kind of right at the end that I'm shoehorning it in here, I know, which is silly, but I've actually been thinking about making a new channel for the past little while. I've been talking about it specifically on stream, kind of getting more into detail, and I'm actually planning on getting more into detail about it on here. But for the past while, I was explaining to everybody how I was thinking about doing different channels and then doing the podcast. And then I was like, I need to cut out the middleman and just do the podcast. There's no need for me to do these steps when the podcast is the thing I really care about trying, right? Care about doing, sorry, not trying. We doing this shit. We ain't trying it. But I forgot where I was. Podcast, the new channel. Ah, yes. So I'd been talking about how I'd been trying to really just get to the podcast for a long time. But for a longer time, along with that, I should say, I've also been thinking about other channel ideas I could do, right? Other things that would get me energized. There's been a new idea coming in the back of my head to do with survival games, survival sandbox games, I should say. Games like Grounded, games like Rust fits in this, even Minecraft, No Man's Sky. That's not going to be one of the games I do, I don't think. I'll walk through all of this, right? But this style of game, I've been watching just different videos and different channels pop up on my feed, and I kind of see a niche in this market where I think I can make a new channel, and I think I can have a lot of fun doing it. I was looking at these games and I was thinking to myself, when it comes down to it, this is really the style of game that I like to play. And this is really the style of content that I want to try to recreate. I've been constantly in the back of my mind watching other videos, other people make gaming content and thinking, I like this, but I could do this, or like they should, sorry, not I could. I've been thinking they should do this, they should do this, they should do this. And then that transformed into, I need to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to make that video. I want to make this video. I want to do this idea. Well, I have that idea now. This is a new channel. I would like some suggestions. I want y'all and I want the stream to help me name this new channel, this new project. It's going to be a gaming channel doing survival sandbox games. We're going to do some modded action. We're going to do some Let's Plays. We're going to do highlight videos. I don't know. We're going to experiment. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to spend time again actually editing videos, actually getting used to that and actually having fun with that. Because I know that once I know what type of content I'm trying to make, it becomes so fun for me, man. I'm going to talk about it more here on the podcast in the upcoming weeks. I think next week I might even have a specific segment where we look at everything that I'm doing with the channel and what's going on with it. I want to share that more with y'all, and I want you to be a part of it. I also really want to share a lot of the actual little YouTube aspects of it, you know? Why am I playing this game as opposed to that game? Why am I choosing this thumbnail style as opposed to that one? What's into my thumbnail style? Like what does it make up, or what makes it up? My titling. Why am I making these choices? Why am I making these changes? Because that's another thing, is that every new video is a new chance to try something. Try a new style, try a new tweak, try a new concept, try new little title change. There's potential. I'm going to talk about that on here. I was thinking, though, that the nice thing about this new idea is that I can kind of triangle everything, if that makes sense. Like we can have, up here we have the stream, over here we have, I don't know why I make it such funny shapes, but we have a triangle basically where we have the stream, the gaming YouTube channel, and the podcast. On the podcast, I can spend time at different points either talking about the stream or talking about the gaming channel and what's going on with that. And I can really focus in on that because I will be doing a lot with that. And the whole idea of life after YouTube is that I do know a bunch about YouTube and YouTubing and making gaming videos and making videos in general. Like, ideas. Got some ideas up in my noggin. Right up top. Not in the bottom part of my noggin. This is where the chin is located. Somewhere within this area. It's kind of hidden. But I got some ideas. So we can talk about that on here. I can record on the stream, use the footage on the stream for in the gaming videos. I can use the gaming videos to promote the stream and the podcast. Triangle, you know? Podcast promotes both as well. Need to start doing highlight videos for the podcast. Need to start doing highlight videos for the stream. We'll have to start doing VODs that I cut and upload over to the Husky Mudkips Live YouTube channel. Why not, right? Especially if we're talking a gaming video. I think I'm going to start uploading the Pixelmon sessions there. It just kind of makes sense. I'm really excited for this next chapter. It's going to be just work in certain things that I don't like to do. I don't really like to make thumbnails too much. I don't really like to edit, especially complicated things. I think the main reason I don't really like to do it is because I don't do it and I don't get good at it. Once I'm good at something, I fucking love doing it. I'm sure everyone else is this. Maybe not. Maybe not everyone else is the way about it. I will say personally, as soon as I start doing something and I'm doing it well, I can't stop until I do it great. And then once I can do it great, I'm happy and I can just go and find something else to try and do great. YouTube has been the only thing other than just playing games itself, which is kind of just a pastime more than it is a thing to do. But YouTube has been the only thing in my life that I've really, really wanted to come back to. YouTube and streaming. Just content creation, being online here, talking with people, hanging out, bringing people in on the streams and everything. Having a good time. You know? I'm happy that I'm back. Happy that I'm here. Happy to be sitting here with these dope old glasses. If you can't see it, man, what do I look like? Shit, we got these heart-shaped glasses on, heart-shaped pink nostalgia glasses. I got a bandana that someone said had a German flag on it. Cool, old something. And I got a Charmin Big Squeeze open dress shirt with no undershirt underneath. That's right. We bear nip here, baby. Free the nipple. How you doing today? Living life. I don't even think that nope, it wasn't even, you know what? Let's pop the collar. Pop the collar. I'm sweating. Wait, what? I don't think that's how that goes. I feel good, though. I look good. I know it. Oh, and my hair's up in a bun. Let's not forget the bun hair, man. Can never forget bun hair. Shit's serious. Before we end today, I wanted to take a moment to kind of reflect on some things I've been thinking about personally and just how I've been thinking along to myself. I've been noticing that I spend a lot of time beginning my sentences with either, I know this might sound funny, but, or I know this might sound silly, but, and then I just say something that is either not funny or it's not even fucking silly, which is complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. If you say, I know this might sound silly, you better follow it up with, is that a pod of manatees walking down the boulevard? No, I know that manatees are a sea mammal, but are they fucking walking down the boulevard over there? One of them just pushed that toddler. You know, like, I know this might sound funny, but Flumbus does sound a little funny. I know this might sound silly, but I think when I die, I would like everyone to be wearing clown masks when they're putting me to rest. And instead of laying me in the ground, what I'd like them to do is cremate me. Cremate. They could cremate me in a cremationer. You know, a cremationer, one of those burner machines. And they could put me inside of those party poppers, and they have to pop them in the air while different songs play that go do 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 do. There goes Quentin at the fairgrounds. That's a little silly, right? Might sound a little silly. Because what I'm really doing is I'm justifying myself in my speech. I'm trying to make it so that whatever I say next is taken with a grain of salt, which is kind of just me being unsure and, like I said earlier, always feeling guilty and always feeling blameful. Like me talking with my friends, I have to say, hey, this is going to be a joke before I tell them a joke. Or I can't just have a weird idea. Like, I don't need to justify my existence, man. You know? I don't need to be doing any of that, especially verbally. So I've been trying to cut that out a little bit, trying to cut out that, no, this might sound silly, but unless I'm actually saying, I know this might sound silly, but could you just, I don't know, slap me across the face a few times? Sir, this is a Walgreens. I'm sorry. I know it sounded silly, but I just need to stop. There's no need for it, man. If people question me, if there's a thing happening, I can usually respond pretty well. So why worry about having to justify yourself ahead of time? It's that constant worry, you know. It's that constant anxiety. It's like I'm always worried, anxiety. I don't even say anxiety anymore. It's all anxiety. But no, I'm good, man. That's the thing. I'm good. Even if something ain't good, you can handle it, baby. Or you can talk to some people and hopefully someone else might have an idea. I think that's where I would like to leave off today. I know it's a little silly, but that was our episode, man. That was definitely a silly episode, though. I don't feel silly saying that. Okay, I do. Why did I just say it after I just go through this whole motherfucking thing? Ah! I know this is silly, but motherfucking, that wasn't even a good slap, Quentin. Like, motherfucking no sound. Ow, that actually, I don't like that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It has been a good one. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, maybe you have a picture you'd like to show me, send it to me at TheLAYTPodcast, LAYT. Remember, LAYT, TheLAYTPodcast at gmail.com. Or you can at me on Twitter at DOQ, on Instagram at DOQTOR, and on Twitch, you can catch me DOQTORQUEUE, aka Dr. Q. Like you're queuing up for some groceries or queuing up for a game, or you're spelling my name, Dr. Q. Come and check it out. Let's have some fun, hang out, play some games. And yo, help me name this new gaming channel. What are we going to call it? Gotta make a new gaming channel. Modded survival, normal survival, let's plays. It's survival games. Survival sandbox games. What do I call it? Please tell me. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.